Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today we're going to be talking about the Draconic Creature Template from the Races of the Dragon. Now, it's an interesting little template. So this is not a race, it is a racial template, so it is added on top of other races. So let's talk about what this gets. What's nice is this one, you don't lose anything from your original race. So that's good. And let's talk about what you gain. Most of it's good. It does have a level one a +1 level adjustment, so that kind of sucks. But the fact that you lose nothing is good. So this is what you all gain it for 1 level adjustment. Basically, if you're an animal, you'll become a magical beast. Otherwise, you just gain the dragon blood. Which you just gain dragon blood as part of your type, which or subtype, which is okay. It helps. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It helps you qualify for feats and for certain features and prestige classes. Some things require that. So, yeah. Your natural armor will improve by 1. So any natural armor that you had from your existing race goes up by 1. If you didn't have any, you have 1 now. So that's okay. You gain 2 claw attacks. That's pretty cool. They're not really strong. I mean, at medium size, it's just a D3. So not particularly strong, but, they're extra bonus attacks that you can get on top of your normal attack. So that's nice, just getting a couple extra attacks in. Yeah, it's not huge. You literally just get 2 new attacks. It even says if armed with a weapon, that the weapon is its primary and claws or so basically even if you're using a weapon, you can use these claws as part of your full attack. So you get all your weapon ones, and then you have the claws too. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, if armed with a weapon, it uses the weapon as its primary attack and claws or some other natural weapon as a secondary attack. So you actually do get the secondary as well. Cool. Let's see. But the damage does kind of suck. But it's extra attack, so if you have things that are buffing it or high strength, which it is going to be a little higher. We'll get to that in a second. So special qualities. We're looking at low light vision and then dark vision out to 60 feet. So you can see in total darkness out to 60 feet. Beyond that, you're only going to be able to see low light. So basically you can't see forever in the darkness, only the 60-foot radius. If there's a little bit of light, you can see a lot farther. Saves, you get a +4 racial bonus on saves against magic, sleep, and paralysis. Doesn't come up all the time. It's fairly rare, but nice to have, I guess. It's very situational, whether that's good or not. But I mean, it's always good. But it's never bad. But whether or not you're going to see anything from that, it's really situational. Let's see. Abilities. They get a +2 to strength, con, and charisma. All good things. Con's always nice. More health. Effectively, you're going to get 1 more HP per level from this, which is good because that level adjustment means you're going to get 1 level where you're not getting any HP. So getting 1 more for all the levels that you do will kind of make up for that. Plus your strength going up makes your attacks all a bit stronger. As I said, that'll help make it so that those claws are a little bit better. Plus all your other attacks are a little bit better. +2 charisma, that's nice for a million things. Any sort of social skill. If you're a bard or sorcerer or anything, this will definitely help. Skills, you get a +2 on intimidate and spot checks. Can be nice. Spots, just one of the best skills in the game to have. It's very useful. It's whether you see something or not. Having information is a very, very powerful thing, and intimidation it can be useful, especially with that +2 charisma bonus. So not bad. And Well, then organization, same as base creature. Challenge rating, same as base creature +1. Level adjustment, same as base creature +1. So you just gain a +1 level adjustment. So there are no well, I guess there's some pictures. Like, so that's one of the pictures for these guys. There's a ton. There's a whole chapter for this template. It's just the dragon descended. So basically it just means you're descended from dragons. Yeah, so it's interesting. Something like this, a DM will often say that you probably should put this should probably be done right away. Like, this does mean you're descended from dragons. So it's not really something you can add on later. It's really something that needs to be put on when you first make your character, because it means you have a dragon ancestor. You can't just acquire a dragon ancestor later in life. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you either have a dragon ancestor or you don't, and that's something that's just going to be the case from birth. That's how ancestry works. Your ancestors don't change. They are who they are. So yeah. And this is kind of like a half dragon, but like less so. It means like you have like some distant ancestor was a dragon. So yeah, it's basically like diluted dragon. Like, oh yeah, my great grandpa was a dragon, basically, kind of thing. Yeah, which is kind of cool. I mean, you're probably going to have some like physical features that are draconic, like you might have some scales or whatever. You're probably going to have like some scales or something, you know. I mean, you're not just going to look like your normal race. You will have some draconic features. Nothing that like changes. It'll all be aesthetic. So like if you have wings, they're not going to be functional unless you've like taken other things to make them functional. But just this template won't give you functional wings. But you know, you could say like, yeah, I have wings. They don't work. Like, I can flap them. That's kind of cool. Your DM may allow something like that, but anything that actually has any sort of game mechanics to it, like it could actually, let you fly or glide, or no, can't. No. But yeah, scales make a lot of sense, especially without damage. The natural armor, so it would make sense that you would have some draconic scales on your body. That would almost certainly be the case. Maybe even if they're not full scales, like there'd probably be something like that on there. Maybe some draconic features, like kind of a sharp face or something like that. That could definitely be a thing. Yeah. Let's see. Whether it's a good class to do, a good racial template for physical stuff. Yeah, +1 level adjustment, not too heavy, can be bought off. If you have a bunch of other stuff, it's going to be harder because those will all your level adjustments do stack, which makes it harder to buy them off. But you know, the +1 by itself isn't so bad, so it works. You can buy off any level adjustment if your DM does allow those rules. It just gets harder and harder the higher the level adjustment is. Like a +1, yeah, no problem. You get that. You can get rid of that at like 4th level. But if you have like 12, if you've got like 8 level adjustments, good luck getting rid of that. You're going to be well into epic by the time you can get rid of that fully. You can start getting rid of it a little into epic, but yeah, it really depends. Basically, you can start doing it at like 3 times level adjustment +1 of actual levels. It gets hard. So I guess technically 5th level, going into 5th level would be when you can get rid of this one, which is fairly early, so not a big deal. Assuming you don't have your base race as anything with a level adjustment, or have other racial templates that also give +1, because you can normally stack them. This won't stack with the Dragonborn. Doesn't think they're too similar, so you can't. Some don't stack if they're too similar, but even some other ones that are similar. Well, like I think the lycanthropes will stack with each other. Like you can be, I could be wrong, but I think you can be a werewolf, werebear, both. I don't know why you'd want that, but yeah. Anyways, I don't believe this stack can be coupled with Dragonborn, but well, anyways. So the bonuses to strength and all that, pretty good. I think that bonus to con kind of makes up for your lack of an HD for the most part. Your health should be fairly balanced, and by higher levels, it'll actually more than make up for it. You'll actually end up with more health because you just get one more health per level, and that'll work out to more than one health's worth, more than one level's worth of health. So eventually, that'll become the case, especially once you've bought it off. Which will put you behind for a little bit, but with the way power leveling works, you'll catch up. So that's always good. Let's see. What else? Those claws can be useful. I mean, getting extra attacks, especially if you have a party where with like some good bards, especially with Dragonfire Inspiration, that can really boost every attack's damage. This having those extra 2 attacks can be really beneficial. Even though they have low damage, you're getting all the damage from the other stuff, so that'll work. The bonus to natural armor, it's okay. It's better if you have a race that actually has natural armor, because this will buff that a little. Size and type doesn't change. Let's see. The skills and the saves are really nothing to write home about. The low light vision and dark vision are kind of nice, although at high levels those don't matter that much because you can kind of just get those pretty easy, or at the very least use light spells to make it so you don't need dark vision. Like, it's not that hard to do once you get to higher levels. So there's not a lot to talk about with this template. It definitely has its advantages. It's not terrible. It's not like, it's pretty good if you're buying it off. Even if you're not, it's all right. It's one of the better templates out there. But you know, it's not nearly as exciting as like an actual race or anything. But yeah, it's pretty good all in all. If you have anything you want to talk about with that, just feel free to leave it in the comments. Definitely love to hear from you guys. And if you've enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. You know, if you haven't already done so, maybe subscribe to the channel. And, you know, ring the bell for notifications, because YouTube's pretty bad about giving those. But anyways, as always, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you.